How really dangerous is TikTok's algorithm? Well, everything started as a bet, as a challenge between you and your friends. You installed the app, scrolled through a couple of videos and you saw the usual stuff. Puppies, babies, soccer players and their highlights, whatever, and then some weird shit from China.
In China, if a man over the age of 40 and he isn't married, he will be called 光棍儿, which means leftover man.
Okay. And soon you were hooked and you were not able to stop. Welcome to the last craze, a social media platform TikTok that took over the world. It changed the rest of the social media landscape seemingly overnight and brought many controversies. From promoting pornography to dangerous challenges and copyright infringements, it seems that nothing can stop this new animal. It was only the matter of time when millennials laid their weapons and joined the app reserved for teenagers. It is the fastest growing app in the world. It influences how we watch music and which movies are going to be blockbusters this summer. And soon everybody joined, from erotic dancers, strippers and sex workers to famous politicians. But nobody asked these questions. Why we cannot stop looking? Why it's so addictive to watch? Is TikTok new digital crack cocaine, or is just new harmless trend that soon will pass? Hi, my name is Vladislav Radek, I'm writer and mathematician, and this is Fabric of Life, a show where we try to fuse art and science to answer humanity's most difficult questions. And we use everything from complex mathematics to classical paintings, from great literature to advanced statistics. And today's question is a little bit difficult. Why TikTok is so addictive? Why we cannot simply stop watching it? What is the key of its algorithm? Today, we talk about our psychology, our complex brains, and maybe gambling addiction to answer the question why TikTok is so addictive. Let me take you on an adventure.
Hello, Instagram.
Bad boy, run wild. I'm on a mission and I won't stop. No destination, but it's worth a shot. You gotta let me go.
TikTok now commands more user attention than Facebook and Instagram combined. It is the fastest growing app in the last 5 quarters, and it's the biggest visited site, or the most visited site, in 2022. TikTok has 1.6 million active users, more than Twitter, Snapchat and LinkedIn combined. TikTok presents itself as a social media company, and the app is disrupting Facebook by virtue on usurping attention. But that's not all it's doing. You can like, comment and share, but those features exist as leverage points for one thing: watching videos. TikTok is a streaming platform, and the testicles being kicked over and over by TikTok belong to another company, Netflix. Over the past 4 years, ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, has gone from half the revenue of the original gangster of the streaming to double. 6 months ago, Netflix was worth more than 300 billion. Today, it's only 80 billion. And at its last valuation event, ByteDance was valued at, wait for it, $360 billion. The only way one company can dominate the market today is through capturing your attention and using the data that you provide while your attention is locked on a screen. This is also what I try to do in this episode. I don't normally talk like this dramatically with my friends, and there's no dramatic music in the background. Although maybe it should always play like dramatic music when I enter the room. But nobody uses this data better to capture your attention than TikTok. With TikTok, the average session lasts 11 minutes and the video length is around 25 seconds on average. That's 26 episodes per session. Each episode generates multiple micro-signals. Whether you scrolled past a video, paused it, rewatched it, liked it, commented, shared it, and followed the creator, plus how long you watched before moving on. That's hundreds of signals. Like the world has never seen, sweet crude is ready to be algorithmically refined into rocket fuel. Some people even complain that TikTok algorithm knows too many things, too fast. A reporter from New York Times obtained an internal document from TikTok's engineering team in Beijing that explains how likes, comments, watch time, and shares feed into recommendation algorithm, which then rates how appealing a video is for a given user. Additionally, a screenshot Times saw implied that a team of content moderators could see the videos you sent to friends or upload privately, which taps an even deeper level of personalization. So you might think that TikTok is addictive because it has too much data on you and because it feeds you exactly what you want to see based on that data. Well, not exactly. This is what Facebook and YouTube are doing for years. This is also why you're watching this video. Now we're entering the new stage of manipulation of human attention. You see, TikTok gives you a couple of videos that you would like, that potentially you would find interesting, and then layered with something that you might find random, uninteresting, disgusting, or plain repulsive. And why, you might ask? Why they would like to feed you something that you don't necessarily like? Well, according to new scientific studies, it all has to do with our gambling addiction and slot machines. Although the similarity might not be immediately evident, analysis of the social media apps revealed that they are designed to function like slot machines. The swipe down feature required to refresh one's feed mirrors pulling a slot machine lever, and the variable pattern of reward in the form of entertaining videos on TikTok simulates the intermediate reward pattern of winning or losing on a slot machine. This pattern keeps individuals engaged under the impression that the next play might be the one. The striking parallelism between social media apps and the slot machines is intriguing given that the gambling is the only behavioral addiction currently recognized by the DSM-5, that's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. So, in order to keep you scrolling for hours, behavioral engineers needed to introduce reward and punishment system. You will notice that the more you scroll, the algorithms will slowly layer and serve you things that you don't only have zero interest for, but it will make you somehow angry and frustrated. The only way to make it go away is to go to the next video in hope for the win. Algorithm sees you being short time on the repelling video and rewards you with content that you like. And soon you might feel relieved and the world is finally in total balance. But then you want to exit the app on Android operating system and you click the back button, and all of a sudden, instead of exiting the app, TikTok serves you one more video saying that if you want to exit, you need actually to press this button twice, and showing how dark user interface designs can really be. And soon you're back into the game. Did you win or did you lose? In psychological terms, this is called random reinforcement. Random reinforcement is a psychological principle proven scientifically over many decades to change behavior in the desired direction. It's part of the psychology of behavior modification called conditioning, and now TikTok is using it on you on unprecedented scales. So now you probably want to ask me, is TikTok really dangerous? Does it have really physical consequences to our brain? Well, we know that gambling degenerates don't have their teeth falling out. They just pawn the goddamn house and in the end they lose it. But you might think there's nothing to lose with TikTok. Well, yes and no, and let me explain. This dopamine randomization can have huge consequences of the brains of young children, but unfortunately we don't have enough scientific evidence for that. Studies might come out soon and it might be proven extremely dangerous. But when it comes to us adults, there are also some consequences, mostly in form of unrealistic expectations. With me agrees Dr. Julie Albright, clinical psychologist and author of the book Left to Their Own Devices.
Yeah, our brains are changing based on this interaction with digital technologies, and one of these is time compression. So it's this idea that our expectation of how quickly things happen are changing. Our attention spans are lowering. So the idea that you have to take focused attention to, read into a book or really think deeply and things like that, it's harder for people to do that are really immersed in these digital technologies.
Although there is no evident physical harm in the new addiction, there is still significant hit on quality of our lives. Almost all the best things in life, like complex emotions, love, fortune and adventure, come only to patient ones, and newfound social media trends trains us to want everything and get it now, from overnight shipping to art served to us just hours after the artist did finishing touches. And the most profound knowledge available to humanity is in the books that require extraordinary patience and devotion to read and to understand. We only get powerful as it is our ability to intellectually and emotionally process all the knowledge that is accumulated before us. TikTok is the first successful social media platform that does not come from US but from China. Some of trivial minds are accusing of cyberespionage and exploiting valuable data, which I find ridiculous and laughable. But in the modern era, if you want to conquer the world, weapons and guns might prove useless. Maybe it's easier to make their kids dance like zombies to moronic songs. Well, this is it for this week. See you on the next one, because I'm taking you on some new, crazy, really interesting adventures. In the meantime, if you're still interested, maybe I can share with you some previous episodes that are covering why we cannot focus, why our brain wanders all the time, and why we generally have trouble focusing. Here is the beginning of this episode, and you can find it in the link down below. Enjoy! In the meantime, stay tuned and curious, and don't forget, libraries still exist. If you're watching trailers on YouTube, you probably noticed this. Or this.
You are an infinite.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's trailer for a trailer. And that doesn't exist in a cinema when you watch ads before the movie. So why does it exist online?